Guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is TylorWithAnO. For those of you who are not new, thank you for coming once again and joining me for another video. As you can see, we have a guest in the house. This is my friend Kiana. Oh, I never told you what you were here for. So she didn't know why she was here. I just texted her, it was like, hey, we're gonna make a video when you get here. She was like, okay, cool. She's with the shits. So yeah, so basically what we're gonna do, have you heard this song?
I haven't.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, this just worked out. Okay, so pretty much I want you to listen to the song and then we're just gonna kind of talk about it. After all, this is a Tyler with the Topic episode, so we're gonna do that. And I kind of just wanted to have a differing opinion, more so because when I listened to the song the first time and listened to the words, I was actually surprised at the way I felt about some of the stuff that he was saying, and it's gonna be very contrary to what you would expect. Yeah, so anyways, let me just start off. Disclaimer, I can give a fuck about Kanye West. I'm not a Kanye West fan. I don't really too much listen to his music. I mean, I like the old Kanye. Ain't that a song like the old Kanye? The old Kanye. Anyways, I'm not a Kanye West fan. I don't really fuck with the Kardashians.
Out.
Yeah. Like, I like the gold digger Kanye, you know. I respect him as an artist. He's a visionary. Whether or not I think his things are so innovative or not is besides the point, but all that to say, I can really care less about what his opinions are. My more concern and what a lot of people's concerns as far as his topics lately with Donald Trump and everything is more so because he has such a large platform and influence, that's what people are concerned with. They don't give a fuck that his mind is warped. They just don't want him to warp the minds of everybody else. All that to say, I'm not really losing no sleep about it, but when I heard the song, I did want to kind of respond about more so the song and less about him.
I never ever stop fighting for the people. Actually wearing a hat to show people that we equal.
You gotta see the vantage point of the people. What makes you feel equal makes them feel evil.
All blacks gotta be Democrats, man. We ain't made it off the plantation.
You represent dudes you seem cruel and cold-hearted, with blatant disregard for the people who put you in position. Don't you feel an obligation to them?
Make America great again. Had a negative perception. I took it, boy, rocked it, gave it a new direction. Added empathy, caring, love, and affection. And y'all simply
wore a dust-ass hat to represent the same view. But white supremacy, man, we expect better from you. How them times you sound crazy, we defended you, homie. Not just to be let down when we depend on you, homie.
Is it better if I rap about crack, huh? Cause it's cultural? Or how about I'ma shoot you? A fucking bitch? Or how about all this Gucci? Cause I'm fucking rich? Why don't we just cut the beat off and let the people talk?
Alright, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. He cut the beat off and we're gonna let the people talk. By the way, we got snacks. So what I thought was interesting, so if you didn't notice, in the song title, it's called like Ye versus the People, and then in parentheses it says like T.I. as the people, like he's supposed to be the voice of the people, you know, pretty much like what everybody is saying towards Kanye West, and then Kanye West is. He made some points that I don't necessarily disagree with, and that's where I was kind of shook, because like from initial perspective, like what we see on social media and everything, everybody's just like, oh, you know, Kanye West, he's a coon, like fucking Trader, Uncle Tom, you know. But I'm not gonna say I agree with what he's doing and the way that he's going about it, but it's just like, I get some of the things he's saying. Like for example, which I don't necessarily agree with this, and I kind of feel like this is partly an excuse, but the whole like, I wore the hat and took the message, and then I'm doing it in a way to make, not make it, just to put a different perspective on it. Like he's saying like, he mentioned like being the first blood to shake the Crip's hand or whatever. Like he's saying that he is that representative from the black community to show white people that we're not anti-Trump, you know? Right, exactly. Like who died and made you sojourn the truth? I was kidding.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. Like, do you think that he's literally, you know, just trying to put a positive light on a message, like make America great again, the hat and everything? Is he really just trying to take the negativity off of it? And I think what he's trying to say is like, I am trying to make America great again. Maybe not in the same sense that Donald Trump is, but Donald Trump is presenting that message, so let's not make that message of making America great mean something bad or mean anti-black. As a black man, we can also say, let's make America great again, and go about it in a different way.
Okay, yeah. I don't know, I just feel like it's just weird for him, and I think like the message already of make America great again, for us, like we're already just like, we don't like that message.
This is true.
So it's just like we already have like a bad taste in our mouth. So we're like, okay, so obviously like you're with Donald Trump. So we are already like, no, we don't care.
Okay, and then another thing that he said that I thought was kind of, I mean, it kind of was, you have no choice but to agree, but he was saying like, he's like, would you rather me rap about fucking your bitch or selling drugs or shooting you, you know? And it's just like, you know, this is the same reason that we praise J. Cole and people like that, is because they rap about messages, they rap about issues, they rap about government and policy and things like that. And like he said, every black person doesn't have to be a Democrat. He's absolutely right. And I think
agree.
Chance the Rapper even said that.
But it's just like kind of like we already knew that though. Like
exactly. Like yeah, we don't need you to go.
That was kind of like irrelevant to say. Like Chance kind of stayed out of that.
But I mean, but at the same time, I would disagree with that because like I mean I'll speak for myself. When I hear of a black Republican, I'm just like, what the fuck, like.
Right.
So I mean, some people don't know. Like some people do think that all black people are Democrats. I mean, granted, Obama was black, but even when during like after the Obama election, I feel like less people asked me like who I voted for. I mean, not that people go around asking people that anyway, but I feel like it was definitely assumed that people knew who I voted for.
No, I agree.
Because either if it wasn't because I was black, it's because they assume that I'm a Democrat, so I'm gonna vote Democrat. That's another big point of this, is he's saying like freedom of expression, like it's not so much that I'm standing for something bad, it's just that I'm not thinking and saying what they want me to say. You know, he thinks he's representing free speech, which he definitely is. He has the freedom to feel and voice himself. However, but with that comes responsibility. Like you have a big platform, you have a big following. You're a huge voice and a huge representative for hip hop and the black community. I mean, granted, even in the world we live in now, white folks see us as we are. It don't matter who you are, we still nigga, as Jay-Z said. So it's just like, especially for you to be putting yourself out on your pedestal for all these white people to see, they're gonna think that you don't speak for us. Like that's the disconnect. Everybody's just like, hold on, player, speak for yourself.
Right,
I don't know. I'm just like, part of me is just like, I really can care less about Kanye West and all his antics or whatever. Initially, I did think it was for publicity.
With all the albums coming out and everything, with good music and stuff.
And it very well could be, because I mean, he a Kardashian now, and you know those are the stunt queens. But then part of me is just like, you know, with him being like a self-proclaimed visionary, and he just feels like he's a genius. Is he an Aquarius?
I don't know, I think he's a Gemini.
Okay, I feel like this is very much Aquarius teas. Like Aquarius feel like they're just like so innovative in thought, and they're just so unique and different, and they're just these. Anyways.
I just feel like he came out of nowhere. Like everything was all good in the hood, and then like he just like started dropping like tweets and like saying all this random stuff. So it's just like, it's been a lot of like Kanye West controversy for like the past few weeks now. So it's just crazy. And that's another thing that questions the intent, is the timing. Because like, why now? Right.
There was another post that I saw, I think on the Shade Room, talking about how in an interview he was saying like he was going through opioid addiction or whatever after he had liposuction and all that. So I know, and I think that's what he was referring to as far as like the sunken place. Granted, he's like trying to play off of the media and what people are saying about him, but I think that's more so what he was saying. And like now that he's out of his depression and you know he's had a lot of time to think, that's why now. To answer the question is like, because like I'm free now, and like I'm ready to talk, I'm ready to put myself back in the media. Granted, the media is not gonna like what I have to say, but this is how I feel. Right. So like I'm not bashing Kanye at all, and I definitely give him like much respect for just being bold enough to state such a, you know, unpopular opinion.
Right. He has like John Legend texting him and telling him like, what's going on, calm down.
And like, even the fact that he put that on social media, granted he was like, you know, I just want to show you that everybody doesn't agree with me, but I'm still being me, whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, okay. Like,
right, now you're just being extra.
Yeah, and then again, that just goes into, is this for publicity? Like, if that's a private text. And I'm sure John Legend ain't the only one who said something, so why did you pick him? Like, are you cutting him a check?
Maybe because like maybe they might be like the closest, because I know like with Chrissy Teigen and Kim Kardashian, they are pretty close. Yeah. But honestly, I do love T.I.'s part, and I think that we all nominated him to be on the leader, like the topper for us, as far as like versus the people, I guess. So
he's a good representative, and you know T.I. is known for getting somebody together about being a coon. Like T.I.
And just saying it like so like educated as well, like so you know.
Yeah, you know he love a big word. T.I. love the syllables.
So I really enjoyed his part. It was good.
Everything he said, I don't think that there's much that came out of T.I.'s mouth that I necessarily disagreed with, as much as there were things that I disagreed with about Kanye. As far as for the people, for the general public, he definitely, you know, covered it. Like, I feel like he got it out there right. And that's another thing that I like about this production in general, is just that it shows that people can disagree and have the conversation without the threats and without the insults and without cussing each other out and all that other stuff.
I just didn't like, cause like reading about it like in the past few weeks, don't come for Obama.
Yeah.
Don't do it, cause you're from Chicago too, and it's just like, well, what have you done for Chicago as well? Meanwhile, you're living in Calabasas, so I'm confused.
Okay, yes.
I just don't know.
And that's the gag is, you're literally married to and implanted in a swarm of culture vultures. Like the epitome of culture appropriation is in your house. You sleep next to it every day. So you already have the card stacked against you, you know?
Exactly.
And then you're gonna come for the people's champ?
Right.
You don't do Obama, not my president. Okay.
Right, not Daddy Obama.
All right.
I just want to know, like, for him saying that, like, what exactly did he do for Chicago? Like, when's the last time you've been to Chicago? Like,
right. Wasn't there something about like he started a charity, or he's donating some money, and that's why people were just like, oh, now because you don't want to sound like a hypocrite for calling out Barack. Right. Now all of a sudden you're doing something for Chicago.
But it's like, now I can see if it was like maybe like Chance the Rapper or someone that were to call somebody else out, because like we've seen that he's been doing a lot, and even like he's been working with like the Obamas and stuff like that as far as like inner city in Chicago and stuff. But I haven't really heard much about Kanye, so I don't know.
When they interview him about like the Donald Trump stuff, that's current. That's what's going on right now. These are feelings that he's saying, tweets that are, you know, in the past weeks. But then I don't know if it was a question that was asked to him. I think it was in the Charlemagne interview, but about Beyonce and Jay-Z. I'm just like, okay, why are you trying to ride this clout right now? Like, you know Beyonce's hot, they're about to go on tour, like it's the talk of the town, so you like put that in your interview to, you know,
get more viewers. It's
questionable. And he's just like, you know, I was hurt that they didn't come to my Who Would Miss the Wedding? Like, okay, but
like, I don't really think that they really cared for Kim Kardashian, so why would they?
That's the tea. Hold on, let me take a sip to that. That's the tea.
I don't think that they really cared to be into it, and they probably didn't think that they would last this long. So why would they want to put themselves like...
Kanye, look who you're marrying. And like I said about the Kardashian clan and how black people view them. If you got people who are so pro-black as Beyonce, why would she want to associate herself with, or why would she want to even show that she's supportive of this? And my thing is just like, okay, who would miss a wedding, da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, Kanye, you black, okay? You black. You know your family don't be coming to all the events when you was growing up. Who was at your basketball game? Probably nobody. I'm just saying, like, don't act like it's something new. Like, oh my God, who would miss a wedding? Bitch, you were if you didn't get the PTO.
Right.
Like, if you don't got the time off.
Right.
If your baby if you don't got a babysitter, like, you know.
Didn't they have like, where was their wedding at? Like, I feel like it wasn't like.
Wasn't it in France? They got
like, I feel like
Paris.
it wasn't even like in the United States. So it's like, so you want me to take off time for what I'm doing with my kids, my husband, and want us to go to like Paris for your damn wedding?
For your wedding,
and I don't even mess with you like that?
Right, and your wife? Right, and that's the other thing. Like,
absolutely not.
Yeah, and I know you use Tokyo styles for some of your wigs, and Tokyo be with the Kardashians, but I think twice before I let him in my scalp. Kardashians might have some lice. When you have a talent, a passion, which is music, and you have something on your heart, and you have a message, it's only right that you put those together and make art out of it, make music out of it. So as far as this being the medium that he wants to have this conversation, I think is definitely appropriate. I feel like it would have been a little more awkward had him and T.I. had Barbara Walters interview them and have like a one-on-one conversation, because it's just like, that would have been more of a stunt. But this is just like, it's genuine. It's in the music, and that's what you do.
No, I did really like this. The only thing is just like, now you're seeing like more stuff. Like, I feel like he's just like dragging this whole thing out. Like, was saying like the slaves had a choice, like stuff like that, like really bothers me. Like, that really grinds my gears. Like, I just don't understand like how he would ever think that like they would have a choice. Oh, because they were outnumbered? Like, I just don't understand.
Okay, and with this, I understand where he's coming from. Right. Not that I agree, I disagree completely. But I understand his logic behind forming those words together.
Right.
Once he got to explain it, it was basically saying like, 400 years, there were so many of y'all. You know, you could have easily outnumbered, overpowered, whatever, Kanye. Now, I've taken a history class or two, and it definitely wasn't that easy, especially in the sense that you don't know like all the laws and everything that they prohibited black people from being armed. It was a legitimate fear to arm black people. That's part of what the Civil War was about. And that's how they got the slaves to fight in the Civil War, is by giving them guns or whatever. And that's why people were so pissed, because it's like, how dare you go against the law and everything and arm these black people? Like, they gonna fucking kill us. We've been beating their ass for the past 200 years. Like, you gonna give them a gun? That, and then the fact that they were illiterate. I mean, like, I don't gotta educate you. Like, Kanye, I'm sure they taught you black history in your curriculums. If I had an ignorant mind, I would then too say, well, there was thousands of y'all, and like they were shipping y'all in boatloads, and you know, one massa and a couple overseers and 100 of y'all on the plantation. Y'all could have easily took over the big house. I get it. Don't agree, but I get it.
Like, I definitely understand, but I think that like he does tend to forget, like, there was people like trying to like, you know, like the Underground Railroad, like people just trying to kill them and like run away, things like that. So it's just like, don't make it seem like everyone was just like, yes,
sitting around, like, yeah. Like, yeah, and that's a good point to bring up, is that there was action. People were trying, and literally we did what we could.
Exactly.
You know, you saw the meme with Ayanla with the Hazel E episode, and she was pointing to Harriet Tubman, and she's like, tell Harriet that she chose to be a slave or whatever. But I mean, we did what we could. Anyway, I don't even really want to talk about that, because that topic really just angers me. Slavery in general, and especially like seeing how it's like transformed over time to what we are in today. We're not gonna get talking on that. By the way, if y'all want to see some racially fueled conversation, then you go watch my Taylor Swift video. I'm gonna link it up here. Go click on that and scroll down to the comments, and you see what these folks got to say about black people.
Right, how they really feel.
Hell, Kanye was probably behind one of them accounts, tweeting me, cussing me out, calling me a nigger roach and everything else.
But overall, I did like the song. I really like the whole like two-sided type of thing, and like making it into a song. So I think that was really different, and I really liked it.
Yeah, it was cool. I think it was that.
More so T.I.'s part, but yeah.
Yeah, this, I will say, is something that Kanye has done that I feel is innovative. Because Yeezy season 1, 2, 3, and 7, bitch, like, you know, everybody in that fashion show looked dirty, looked dingy, look DIY. They all rocking Raven Baxter's originals.
But everyone's like, oh, Kanye, oh my gosh.
3,000 for this holy ass t-shirt. I'm buying it. Like, girl, you're stupid.
Or the spandex, like the short ones that like.
Them biker shorts.
It's like I was wearing that like last year, so it's like, I got those for $4.
In closing, I did want to just go ahead and reiterate, I really don't care about Kanye West and his opinions and his views. He's just one of many of people that I disagree with. It's just that, you know, with media and everything right now, it's being pushed to the front, which I kind of wish it wasn't. But seeing how strategic media is, I feel like even that in itself might be something going on. Kris Jenner. Oh, right, because she a publicist like a motherfucker. Yeah,
she be working OT, okay?
That's a good point. Kris Jenner is up to this. Right. She's behind this.
She has to be.
I'll believe that. I don't even feel like that's irrational. That's definitely plausible. That's something.
You know, next season of the Kardashians, that's gonna be.
Don't even get me started on Tristan Thomas and fucking Khloe.
Tristan Thompson.
Girl, Thompson. That's a stunt.
Yeah, that's something else too.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Go ahead and comment down below. Share your views. What are your opinions on this whole subject? Do you even care? Do we care? Are you one of the people who elected Kanye West to be the representative for the black folks? Because I need to know. And if it is you, then drop your addy, because I would like to come and have a face-to-face conversation with you. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you liked me, if you liked this whole setup, if you like my couch, if you like Keon, our beautiful guest. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of this TylorWithANO goodness. And I'll catch you all on my next video. Peace.